Another update on this winter storm that we're all dealing with today across all of eastern Ohio and western Pennsylvania. Dangerous travel conditions if you have to go out and about snow-covered roadways. Of course, the road crews are trying to get things cleaned up, but with this heavier snow around, it's a tough task this afternoon. Still dealing with steady snow pretty much from north to south, west to east. Across the region, every so often you're going to run into a little more intense band as the afternoon moves along, and you can plainly see there is plenty of snow to go through still as this storm system, this wave, moves up through the mountains here. It is trying to jump to the coast, and eventually it will get out to the coast and kind of zap this away, but that's not until later into this evening. So we still have quite a bit of snow to go through this afternoon. The steady, heavy snow pushing across central and southern and southwestern Ohio. It's all sweeping our way, so multiple hours of snow left. I do want to show you infrared satellite imagery this afternoon. And one thing I've been watching for, the deeper the red you're seeing, the more intense, the higher the cloud tops are, the more intense snow bands out there. What I'm watching for and what I do expect as the afternoon moves along is for these cloud tops to start getting a little bit lower. The snow showers getting less intense as the afternoon and evening approaches, but you can still see these orange areas and yellow areas. There's still some moderate snow out there to our southwest, but later this evening into tonight, I expect that to change. We're also dealing, of course, with the cold temperatures sitting in the teens this afternoon, wind chills near zero. Fortunately, there's not a lot of big wind with this storm, so even though there's a little drifting around, gusts up to 20 to 25 miles per hour. Could be a little higher in spots. Not big, strong wind to have persistent big drifts with all this light snow that's out there this afternoon. I say light with the weight of the snow. It's moderate to heavy in intensity coming on down. So we'll pick Future Tracker up this afternoon, and the coastal system is developing. Now, what happens is this one actually gains all the energy eventually and moves up the coast, but the other low that's moving up through Kentucky and West Virginia this evening will continue to push moisture into our region through the afternoon, through the early evening, and then the snow will pretty much taper off or scatter out pretty quickly later this evening. I'm talking 8, 9, 10 o'clock tonight from the northwest to the southeast as the system pulls on out of here. And then there's still the chance of some scattered snow showers or flurries around overnight into tomorrow. We get closer here on Future Tracker. Steady snow expected through the afternoon, up to an inch an hour. Could be a little bit higher in some spots, especially over the next 2 or 3 hours before the intensity starts to let up as we move on into the evening. And then as we get past 8 o'clock this evening, I do expect this to start breaking up and pulling apart as the night goes on, and by tomorrow morning, just staying cold with that chance of scattered snow showers around. Not looking for much additional accumulation tomorrow, but we'll have some blowing and drifting snow around from all the heavy snow that has been around for us today. So tonight, 10 degrees once we get into the overnight. Steady snow this afternoon. Steady snow early this evening and then tapering off. Another 2 or 3 inches are possible this evening, though, before we get into that breaking up through the overnight hours. Now pushing into tomorrow, scattered snow showers less than an inch, staying cold, high temperature right around 18 degrees. Total snowfall, what I'm looking for by tomorrow, and there's a lot of spots that are already up to 10 inches or higher. Looking for the most likely range for the entire region between 10 and 15 inches. So we're going to hit the top end of these scales as the snow continues this afternoon. There will be spots that have more than 15 inches as some of those more intense bands move on through. On the low end, I don't think there will be too many in that 7 to 9 inch range. So again, most likely anywhere from 10 to 15 inches. We could be flirting with the higher end of that by the time this all wraps up. One thing's for sure, it's going to stay cold through the week. This snow is going nowhere. We'll add a few more snow chances as the week moves along, and frigid, cold temperatures right back below zero through a big part of the week. So we'll be dealing with cold, we'll be dealing with blustery wind and some blowing snow as the week continues.